Wait, Ez, aren't you a jungler man? Why aren't you looking forward to this?
You could maybe argue that AD carries know how to click, supports don't work on mechanics, jungle is a toddler role, and top lane is miniature mid lane. So, unfortunately, as it may be, you might be right.
He said a fucking toddler role.
It's my role. I know it's a toddler role.
Anyway, alright, my panel's back and ready. Let's get stuck in with the junglers. We know the drill. If you haven't seen the first episode, go watch that now. And yeah, let's get the show on the road.
I've seen this guy play pretty good in the jungle. This guy tracks pretty decently, and he's definitely one of the better junglers. And if he's made the finals, then you know.
I agree. If we get the Obsidian that we've seen recently, yes, but we've got it. If we get the Obsidian we saw in the finals against Gucci in Season 2, maybe average bottom there.
When your younger sibling finally becomes cool, and you stop fighting all the time, do you want to form an alliance with me?
Be careful, be careful.
Yeah. Revilo was really proactive in the early games of, all of the tryout games, and I think he's becoming better and better at communicating to his teammates what he thinks the team should do in a whole, and in that aspect, like as a shot caller, as a proactive jungler, he's probably about the same tier as Obsidian as a player, but without any previous success in SLE, it's hard to just instantly put him into GOAT. So probably good at the top of that table, yeah.
Dutch, very proven player in SLE, played for a lot of splits, got a lot of at least good results, right? I mean, you said it yourself, he barely lost out on, was it semis in Season 3? I think he had a little bit of a break in Season 4, and then Season 5 he came back and won it all, right? So finally got that trophy down, accomplished player, really solid player, and I think that's a guy you really want in your team. Selfish to some extent, has decent micro, and I will put him in goated. I think the jungle pool's not very stacked in SLE. I maybe have a high standard of jungling, but I would say he's probably one of the highest, if not the highest jungler.
Yeah, Red Wolves in lane was quite a passive player, best known for her or his Renata. In jungle now, having a massive shoes to fill. Previously, Alfeld carried from this role. White Wolves has not shown up just yet, so I think it's the back to the one high tier, and that's where I put White Wolves right. Starting the split, of course, can prove me wrong anytime.
Saw this Evo guy, right? And apparently this guy is very good in SLE. I can't wait to play against this guy, because I will tell Flay, please pick Bard.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1, fight!
Brown passive landing, great stun there by Vian, but Ari's here for the support, and this Braum is actually maybe by more they can chew, and Kindred is gonna Evo though. Evo is looking for more, and Braum ult is gonna land. Ash ult won't land, and oh, but it's a mistake, and Evo gets punished again.
Evo, he loves the portal. Either this guy is not very proactive in the jungle, and then you shouldn't play Kindred, and he also loves the Bard portals. So just give him Kindred, pick Bard, and then game over. I will put him underneath me.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So if he wants to beat us, then he can.
He doesn't really seem like a very calculated and controlled player. He has some really, Albert Einstein fucking pathing. Okay, This guy went from Raptors to Krugs to Red Pop. Like, Germany is definitely someone who wants to make shit happen, right? This guy can be pretty good if he tones down a little bit on the craziness. But as for what I've seen, I would probably put him in average.
Actually have a really high opinion of this guy, to be honest. So I think that he's always pulling his weight. He's a little bit more of a utility player. He doesn't do anything very flashy, but also he doesn't really do any mistakes. He's kind of always there, and he's always like getting the job done very silently. So I think I would actually like put him like high good.
I would say that the Jonathan Isaac guy is he's a pretty decent jungler that even though if he's behind, he can kind of carry his weight and do his work. I would put him middle of good.
Robbery, a player can pop off. I've seen him in Manta Cup. I've seen him in SLE as well. I cannot rate them higher as bottom of average. So yeah, that's where they land for me. But they did good. I think he did play quite well in the show match.
It's kind of hard to rank him based on like previous split. But my experience playing with him, and also from hearing of the inputs, I would probably put him in good tier, below Jonathan Isaac.
I've played a bit with Panini, like screen shared and watched his gameplay and stuff. And I think Panini was a little bit unjustified from what I've heard from last split. I would definitely have him at good. Div 2.
Div 2.
Yeah. Side note though, ban Jarvan.
Yeah, ban Jarvan, it's a free.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I can definitely relate to, but it's not something I can put like anywhere above the bottom of Midlands show matches, like at the very best.
He said relate to, no.
So what I know is that Claw was actually a previous tryout for Silver Phoenix, but was denied because there was concerns about him being a one-track. But if he's been able to practice new champions, I'm certain that we can be excited for our own Kesha in the SLE. I definitely believe he will be a clear force for the Silver Phoenixes that they can draw from.
Quantify's Lazy Panda will probably draw a lot of echo bans against him, as it looks like he's dominantly main champion. So we will see if his Emerald 3 solo queue ranking matches his overall skill as a player. I think starting the season he will be somewhere in the average tier. I would put him maybe a little bit above Robbery in the average tier. Just Ryan is quite a well-known name actually in SLE history. He has played in SLE with, I think, even multiple CCG teams. But now that CCG doesn't exist anymore, I guess he's playing with different squads. Yeah, I think he's a very versatile player. He's playing many roles as well, I've heard. Last time I remember he was playing top lane. He was playing very good. He was playing very solid Ornn, and he was. He's also a CWO champion, so I would rate him actually quite like on top of average, or even in like good tier. I think he's a player that can perform really well in these games.
Once upon a time, there was a name, and that name was Good Chain.